I've been using the deep litter method in my chicken coop for the last 3 months. I've been adding pine shavings and straw, but today we're gonna change that. Yeah, so I'm gonna add new straw to my chicken coop. And the welcoming committee is here, not far. They're on the other side. This is the gate, guys, over here. See, they're coming. Slowly but surely. Normally they're here waiting for me, but today, there they are. They're not too interested today because I gave them a snack about an hour ago. They know I don't have a snack now, so they're lagging behind. I gotta watch these roosters because they're getting aggressive lately. I gotta watch my back. They're curious. All right, guys. Yep, it's time to change it. I gotta watch them. All right, guys, so the deep litter method is a method of chicken waste management that calls for the droppings and the bedding material to compost inside the coop instead of being cleaned out and replaced regularly. I change it up about every 3 months, and I end up with great compost. 1 egg, but I already had 8 this morning. And I'm gonna add straw every week. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. Now, normally over the winter, I've been adding straw or pine shavings and building it up slowly. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on these two. Oh yeah, they can peck, and they've been pecking the back of my leg, and it hurts. See that? I'm watching you. All right, mister, back up. Back up, mister. So now that it's spring, I plan to change it a little bit more often. During the winter, like I said, I was adding a little bit of pine shavings or straw and building it up. Obviously, if you can smell the ammonia, so can your chicken. So you want to either add pine shavings or straw to your deep litter method or change it out completely. I'm about to change it and add new straw. So I'm gonna use this cart, my shovel. So let's begin. That was El Guapo. What about you? You gonna do the same? And guys, I don't mind my roosters being aggressive. I want them to be aggressive because they'll protect the flock that way. If they are too nice, they won't. But yeah, I want them to be this way. All right, it's a little windy today, so I'm gonna, how am I gonna hold this door? Yeah. So why would you want to use the deep litter method? Easy, compost. This is the best compost you can make, or your chickens can make. So there are inches and inches of straw, pine shavings, and manure. And I'm gonna put all of this in my compost pile. And I have a mountain in the back of my house. Most people do their deep litter method anywhere from 6 to 18 inches. Mine is about 6 right now, and maybe higher in some parts. As you go back towards the back of the coop, it gets higher, maybe 8. And during the summer months, I used to change it a lot more frequently, once every 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, if you live in a colder climate like I do, you don't want to be doing that every couple of weeks. So you want to do the deep litter method, just keep adding more and more, a little bit every week or every week and a half or so. And it's worked wonders for me. It kept the floor of the coop warm, and the chickens will go in there every time you add pine shavings or straw, and they'll scratch around and mix it all up. But yeah, now that it's spring and it's time to go ahead and change it, because I'm gonna use this compost on my garden very soon here. What are they doing? Oh yeah, they're doing the wild thing back there. Okay, All right, guys. If you want to lay eggs, you want to come back later, okay? Because I'm about to change your floor here. Look at that, guys. Look at that rich compost. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, they want to lay eggs. There it is, guys. Oh yeah, I had tons of that. It's the first week of April. It's still cold and we still have snow and ice on the ground. So hopefully we won't get any more snow and I can start getting ready in my garden. There we go, guys. I took out all the compost and this is cart number 3 right here. So the 3 main reasons why I use the deep litter method: it saves me time in the winter, it keeps the floor of my coop warm, and it creates great compost, which I'm going to be using all summer long. There we go, guys. All new compost. Who said they don't like the snow? So I'm taking 1 of my 2 bales, but I won't even use maybe a quarter of that. All right, let's spread it all over the place. Doesn't have to be perfect because they'll scratch around it and they'll move it around for you. So I'm thinking about 3-4 inches maybe. And this thing is highly compressed. A little bit goes a long way, guys. There we go, guys. It's done, and they are curious and they're starting to come in already. You see how they scratch all over the place? They'll move all the straw over the next couple of days. And let's not forget the nest boxes. But I'm taking this away first. Oh, there we go. Every nest box has some straw. I'm not gonna give them scratch feed tonight. I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna give them cabbage. All right, Lila knows what it is. Okay, all right, hold up, guys. Let's not fight over it. Help. Okay. They love cabbage. There they go. There's Carmen. There's Mala. I give it 2 hours and it'll be gone. All right, I need to put this into here. So I just thought of something. Let's see if it works. Oh, that worked. I made a little mess around the corners, but yeah, it works. So guys, I wanted to take this opportunity to answer 3 questions from my subscribers from my previous video. And question number 1 was, why do you get 9 eggs when you have 12 females, meaning hens? Yes, I do have 12 hens, but I do get anywhere from 9 to 12 eggs. During the winter, as most of you know, I was getting only 3 eggs. Come the last week of February and early March, that went up to 4, then to 5, then to 6, then to 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm getting, sometimes I do get 11, and once or twice a week I'm getting 12. Now, why don't I get 1 egg from each chicken? The reason is simple. Not all breeds lay an egg every day. And let me talk a little bit more about that. The chicken you see here on my top right is an Isobrown. Now, Isobrowns are also known as red star sex-links, and they can lay anywhere from 300 to 350 eggs, and that is true. In my case, my Isobrowns or red stars have been laying an egg almost every single day, including in the middle of winter when the days were short. All the other hens either stopped or slowed down laying eggs, but not my Isobrowns. They laid an egg almost every single day. Okay, now bottom right is an Australorp. Australorps can lay about 300 eggs a year. All right, give or take a few. My Australorps, most of them either slow down or stop laying eggs during late November, early December, well, late November, December, January, and most of February. And that was true for the other 2 breeds that I have. Okay, now on my top left here we have the golden laced Wyandotte, and they can lay anywhere from 200 to 250 eggs a year. Okay, and that's about right. Now that doesn't mean obviously that they're going to lay an egg every day. That means that some parts of the year, like the other breeds, they will stop or slow down and then pick up again in the spring, like they have been now. Bottom left, we have the Barnevelders. The Barnevelders, they lay the least amount of eggs. They have beautiful eggs with the speckles in them, but they can only lay anywhere from 170 to 200 eggs a year. Those completely stop during the winter because of the short days. However, they picked up now. They're laying 3, 4, 5 eggs a week, each one. So when you see that a chicken, for example, lays 200 eggs a year, it doesn't mean that they're going to lay 3 or 4 eggs every week. It means that some parts of the year they're going to slow down, they're going to stop, but once spring comes around, in my case, longer days, then they're going to lay a lot more. Okay, according to Murray McMurray, and they say this: the laying ability can vary greatly depending on nutrition, hydration, stress, environment, hours of light per day, etc. And the figures that I'm talking about are under ideal conditions. Okay, now here on the bottom middle of the screen we have the roosters. Golden Lace Wyandotte roosters. Now they don't lay any eggs, not yet anyway, but yeah, they just fertilize all the eggs, and I had 2 of those. Now this is another question from another subscriber regarding my gardening video, and he asked, do you keep your seed in the refrigerator? No, I do not keep my seeds in the refrigerator. I keep them in the cool, dry place, a closet, or sometimes up on the top shelf in my garage where it's cool all year. It's about 45, 50 there because my garage is heated. So you don't want to keep them in the sun. You don't want to keep them in too warm of a place. You want to keep them in a cool, dry, dark place. All right, my last question. Now my next question is regarding the starting of this tractor. And he says, next time hold the key in the glow position for 10 to 15 seconds. It should start way better if you do that. I do. Always hold the key at the glow position for 10 seconds at least. However, I don't record all 10 seconds because I think that by you watching me hold the key in that position, it's going to be boring. So normally, either I don't record it at all, or I just record the last 2 or 3 seconds. And that's what you see. But yes, if you have a tractor or any diesel engine, make sure you warm up those glow plugs for at least 10 seconds. My chicks are going to be a year old in 2 weeks, on or about the 15th of April. And if you're thinking about buying chicks, yes, now is the time. Every time I go into Tractor Supply, I see a bunch of little baby chicks, and it's tempting. It's tempting for me to go buy more. But I'm going to be hatching some of my own later next month. If you're thinking about buying chicks, you may want to learn from some of my experiences. I'm going to post 2 videos here on my right and 2 videos on my left. You can click on any of them and you can learn, or you can see what I did to raise my baby chicks from 3 days old to adults.